Let me do my Owl House corner here
right.
real quick here. I said the collector is in a beast ball, question mark?
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah.
And yes, he is.
I can't believe you didn't notice that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you literally have one on your desk.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I also said the animation in season 3 gets like crazy fluid.
Yeah.
Like almost uncomfortably fluid. Like it's like, you ever see like animation that's too high frame rate and you're like,
Amity and Lou's kissing when she goes crikey. If you've seen that already, that's fluid as fuck. It's weird. There's too many frames in it.
I feel like life doesn't happen that quickly. Like, can we slow down here?
Yeah, she kisses her and she's like, whoa. And I'm like, did you just turn into a goddamn liquid?
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's like a person. It's a person there. So I'm halfway through the third episode of season 3. So the last episode of season 3. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the show's long enough.
Yeah.
You sit on this throne and you're like, this show needs to be 5 seasons. They did a fantastic job closing. Like, this story is as long as it needs to be, to me at least.
So you're taking out the nuance of what I've said,
okay,
which is they did an incredible job at wrapping up in a way that feels natural.
Yeah.
Considering they were canceled. Like, she wanted more seasons, and I genuinely think if it went to like 4 or 5, this would be better than Avatar: The Last Airbender for me. Dude, it's so... Episode 3, like this final episode is a 10 out of 10, actually. That's one of mine. Like, it is the best ending to a show I have ever seen. It goes so hard. Avatar, Aang fighting... Ozai is also probably like a good 10 out of 10.
Good 10 out of 10 for sure.
He's doing a lot of cool shit.
Dude, the Fire Nation invading the Southern Water Tribe.
Oh, actually, yeah, there's a lot of good ones. That one's good. I like the drill a lot.
Yep.
When he fights the drill. Avatar's got a lot of them. I like Ba Sing Se, Jet. Jet's first episode is really cool.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, this kid, this is the coolest person I've ever seen in my entire life.
They stop an old man on the side of the road, and Jet's like, you know what to do with him? Kill him. And Sokka's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the Owl House. So yeah, it does. If you don't know it was canceled, it feels like enough time.
Yeah.
But when you take into consideration that King is going on there's so many great moments where people are like Titan protect us as they go into battle, and King hears it and he's like, I'll try.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
He is dealing with such complex emotions no one can relate to. And it's such a crazy, awesome concept that like they're all living on his dead ancestor, praying to that ancestor, but also every time someone offhandedly is like, oh my God, or thank God, or this or that, he kind of feels the weight of that because they don't realize it, but they are expecting him to do something.
Yeah.
That needs a whole extra season.
That's fair.
To explore. Like,
but do you want him to like slowly but surely grow into a Titan?
No, like I don't need that, but that is like the concept of someone like if you found out you were Jesus, like you were the son of Jesus biologically.
I am.
Right. If it came out rather.
Yeah.
If you came out as that, you don't think that would require like, oh, like there's so much potential for development and like interesting shit for that.
If I found out I was the son of God, I would spend the rest of my time disparaging the God I came from. I would destroy the organized religion built around my father's name.
Yeah.
I would be like, absolutely. Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
First tenet, guys, trans people just get to tell you what to do. I'm sorry. That's just how it works.
We're doing reverse Christianity this time.
I'm flipping it. Flipping it and reversing it, baby.
Well, that's interesting. Like if King rebels and he's like loses, like I talked to your dad, and he's like, what the fuck? You talked to my dad? He never talked to me. Like, you know what? Everything everyone thinks about the Titan, I'm making the opposite now.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna tear his name down. And then he finds out that like, oh, for whatever reason, like he shouldn't have been doing that, or like the Titan means something positive to people.
We don't even really find out why the Titan is immune to the Collector's magic, do we? I mean, I still have 25 minutes left in the episode, but I don't think it's ever established. Like King has that little medallion, right? That like makes him invisible to the Collector.
Yeah.
But like we never really established why the Titans are immune to the Collector's magic.
I don't know. Well, you learn that the Collector hunted down the Titans.
That we know,
right?
yes.
And so I guess you can just make the assumption that, well, the Titan
There's also a lot of collector lore that could be unpacked.
An outrageous amount
Like an
of
entire
collector
race
lore.
of people that spread across the universe, and like if the people don't fall, they have to collect all the like species, and if they don't fall in line, they get destroyed. But like this child's collector just wanted to be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's like, it's not that it isn't enough.
No, I see where you're coming from.
But if there were 2 more seasons, I'm not like, this is milking it.
Are you
like,
not happy that it, like, I'd always rather a show, though, ends a season early than a season too late.
No, that's definitely for the best.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to like have, like pouty kid syndrome. It's like you give a kid a great Christmas, you can't win because you'll want the next one to be really good. Or you'll like get all these presents and then inevitably you open the last one. You're like, well, where's the next one? I want this dopamine forever.
Yeah.
Like, anyone experiencing high dopamine is never going to want it to end.
Yeah.
So it is for the best that the Owl House ends on a high, but I'll never shut up about
How much
wanting
you want more. Yeah, it's incredibly fair.
I will say the way it ends, like literally the last 15 seconds, is genius and enough to satiate the fandom forever.
Really?
It ends in a way that's so clever and so strategic that like I could go with no more canonical Owl House for the rest of my life.
Crazy.
Yeah, you'll
That's
see.
awesome. For those of you who don't know, I mean, I've been posting on my Instagram, but Neutron got really sick this last week. And so Neutron wasn't eating, he wasn't drinking, he's 9 years old, he's a big dog. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna lose my first dog. And so I dropped Neutron off at the ER. It was like, I hadn't slept in a couple of days because he hadn't slept in a couple of days. I was a fucking mess. I was like, I'm gonna get a workout in, I'm gonna get my head off this, and I'm gonna watch some Owl House while I do it. And they just
Oh, no.
and I was like, cool, I'm gonna enjoy myself. It's episode 2. I really like the show. It's my comfort show recently. And Second Plane hit the Flapjack Tower because what the fuck? Flapjack, one of the most underspoken, empathetic characters of this entire fucking show, who's spent this entire has been along with Hunter on this entire Zuko journey. Like Hunter slowly but surely being humanized by the existence of his palisman, just gets pierced through the chest by Ghoul Bellows, and just like in a Dead by Daylight ass like elimination, like just like hooked, and then you see Flapjack just like leaking green blood, hopping over to Hunter, who's unconscious at this moment, and just dissolving into his chest. And I'm just on my bike, openly sobbing. I was just like, this is not the episode.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Neutron's fine, by the way.
Thank God. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you think they'd, 1, kill off characters in Disney's The Owl House, and 2, do it to the animal sidekick?
That was wild.
Yeah.
I just said he hurt Flapjack, and then I said Camilla saving Hunter almost made me cry, and then I said Flapjack, no, because Camilla is the unsung hero of season 3.
Yeah.
A lot of characters get really good plot development. Unfortunately, I feel a couple of them are rushed, and this speaks to the fact that it ended too soon. Like Willow. Like I feel like Willow does like this kind of like, oh, like her plant magic is taking her over kind of thing. She's like the leader, and like they kind of like throw the leader thing in with like the flyer derby thing, but like Willow's never really the leader. No. Like she just kind of starts acting as the anchor in season 3. And I've always loved Willow as a character, but like she's not really like, she's kind of like shoehorned in there. And like Willow and Hunter's romance, I understand, but it's not nearly as like done like as well and fleshed out as I thought it could be.
Yeah, the side characters need some more time and work because there are like long stretches where you forget Gus exists.
Yeah. Those are the best stretches in the entire show. Those are my favorite moments.
I know you hate Gus.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I haven't heard Gus in a while.
I love the idea of Willow being like, come on, guys, I gotta stay strong. You're all relying on me to keep this group's morale up. And I'd love Amity to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I forgot you were here.
Yeah, you're never around. We don't rely on you to keep us cheery. What are you talking about, you psycho?
So, but like at the same time, Hunter, like his exposition, his storytelling has been really, really good. Like his character arc has been awesome. But genuinely, I think from season 3, the best completion of a character development arc, Camilla.
Yeah.
Camilla begins the show as like kind of the bad guy. Like Camilla's like, oh, I'm sending my child to the conformatorium.
Yeah.
But then slowly but surely through the end of season 2 and season 3, it gets revealed that like Camilla like was like a weird kid growing up, and like she got put in weird situations because of it. She'd make a lot of friends, and then there's the loss of Manny, like her husband loses like father and that kind of thing. And like she's had to deal with like, oh, like I don't want to like lose to go down the same like similar path as me. And like I brought us a Gravefield for the fancy hospital. And how did that work out? And then just Camilla, like you see her like trying to like study what these kids from the demon realm like are gonna eat. And Camilla's trying trying to be a single mom raising 6 children.
Yeah.
And like, as somebody who has a single mother and as somebody who like my mom like brought in my friends who were like in bad family situations and they lived with us, like it reminded me a lot of my mom. And so like when I saw Camilla like genuinely show fear for Hunter being in danger, I was like, oh, this is like, I felt in that moment, I was like, oh, this is a well-written character with a rounded character development arc. And I was like, because she goes from antagonist to protagonist who's just throwing baseball bats at demons.
Yeah.
Like she's a fucking great character. And that's the thing, is like I think Dan Terrace is like a very underrated character development. Like everyone looks at Owl House like, oh, that DEI fucking, oh, like, oh, the main character is a Hispanic bi girl who ends up dating some like a witch, and like every like, oh, Willow's got 2 dads. Like, it's like fantastically written story that never like leans on any of the aspects that like people would be like, oh, like this like I'm anti woke, like would want to like focus on. Like it's just like individual stories, well written, like about like human tragedy, and like sure like falls along the lines of like some diversity, but like it's true like through lines that anybody can relate to. Like Camilla's a fucking Hispanic mother, but I was like, I see my mother in her, you know? And so like I so good. Season 3 has been awesome. I said not the episode to watch while Neutron is sick, and then I said, yeah, Camilla's character arc is very good.
Yeah, you got to tell me when you finish episode 3 because it's fucking incredible.
It'll be today.
Oh, true. Yeah, I'll go work out and
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually am probably gonna film a video after this, but yeah.